the most important people here today, and that is you, Matrix. With all the challenges that you've had to face, well done for being here, well done for dressing up for the occasion, facing the wind that you had to deal with, but you are here because you are the most important people here today. So welcome, Matrix. I'm going to call on our deputy leaders to come and do the opening for us. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am really nervous. I'm so sorry. Just hold on. I will be giving the devotions today, and I would like to start it off with a story. So, once there was a girl that in times of hardships, she went to her father seeking advice. She asked him, and he hadn't clearly answered her. He directed her to the kitchen, and then he took out 3 pots. In each pot he put water, and he put them all on the stovetop. In pot 1, he put in an egg. In pot 2, he put in a potato. And in pot 3, he put in coffee beans. He put them all to a boil, and after 20 minutes, he had asked her, "What do you see?" She said, "I see a potato, I see an egg, and I see coffee." And he was like, "Yes, but what do you actually see?" She got frustrated, said the same thing, and then asked him to clearly just answer and give her advice. He took each out, and then he broke the egg, he broke the potato, and he put the coffee into a cup. He said, "As you can tell, the egg went in fragile, and it came out hard. It boiled hard. The potato went in hard, but it came out fragile, broken. And the coffee beans turned into coffee." But what does this all mean? In times of hardship, as everyone goes through, everyone is put to the test through boiling water, trials and tribulations, but it's how you react to the situation. Will you harden, become stone cold, and just change yourself? Will you soften, crumble, and break? Or will you change the circumstance? And instead of you altering yourself, you alter the situation. Turn that water into coffee. What is your decision? Whether it be family, friends, NSC, everyone goes through it. But how will you react? Will you let the circumstances change you, or will you change the circumstances? With that said, I'd like to give a scripture. Just hold on. Jeremiah 29, verse 11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declared the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." So if this is guaranteed to you, what will you do? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Molweni, Sabona. I would just like to pray for everyone, because exams are coming, and with the Lord on our side, we can do anything. Can we all just close our eyes? Lord Almighty and powerful Lord, we thank you for this day, Lord, and we thank you for waking us up tomorrow, if it's your will, my Lord. And Lord, we know that we shall succeed in the name of Jesus. And Lord, we know that through your name we can do anything, Lord. And for our future, Lord, we shall succeed in Jesus' mighty name. Ekamara Yesu Christ. Amen.
Thank you to the two of you. I'm now going to call on Mr. Van Vuren to do some of the official things that have to get done today.
Good morning to all of you. I just want to go over some things about the exam. In the morning, on arrival, you will have to be here at 8 o'clock. Between 8 and 20 past 8, you will enter the school premises and you will immediately move towards the activity center where you will be scanned and seated. It's important that you sit on the same desk. That desk will be your desk for the whole term or the whole exam. Sorry. You need to bring you will see on the desk your admission letter. That needs to be here every day, as well as your ID. People, please see to that you bring your ID every day. Even if you have to make a copy and put the copy in the sleeve that we are providing. See to that you are here every on time, and check your timetable. We don't want to phone people and say, hey, you should have been writing. Jy moet hier wees elke keer. Jou eksamenrooster is ook op daardie toelatingsbrief, as ook daar's 'n nuwe rooster op jou tafel. Belangrik, jy sit op dieselfde plek elke keer. Check your exam number is on the table. And please don't write on that sticker that we've put there. Do not scratch on it, because then I have to remove it. And we can't provide more. Please. Right, and just important, every morning you dress in full school clothes. If there's exceptions, we will give it through later. One thing that we need to address is the handing in of your textbooks, and I'm going to give Ms. Lord the opportunity to talk to you about that.
Good morning, class of 21. In the beginning of the year, you were handed a pack of books. You each got a form, you signed it, that you've received your books. Your parents signed the form. Now, after you've written all, on the day that you write the exam, I know some subjects like geography and history and English and Afrikaans, you've got more than one book or more than one subject, but on the last day that you write that subject, please return your books. At the back of the hall, there will be a trolley. Put your book in there nice and neatly. Make sure your book's still in a good condition. If you have lost a book, please can you go and pay for it at Mrs. Brissy's, 250 Rand. Otherwise, you will have to do it next year. But we need to get your books back as soon as possible so that we can prepare the book packs for the grade 12s of next year. If there's any questions, you know where to get me. Otherwise, you can speak to the ladies in the bookstore. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now call on Mr. Daniels. He's going to do the next part.
Good morning, class of 2021. Can I just start by saying you look lovely today? Handsome, beautiful, everyone dressed for the occasion. Can you give yourself a round of applause, please? Now, boys and girls, can I also just start off by saying we are already immensely proud of you. And just in terms of encouraging you today, remember, you already have all the keys to succeed. Do not doubt that for a moment. Okay, now just the last hurdle that remains, and that is why we are here today. So the part that I'm going to do with you today, ladies and gentlemen, is very, very important. So I need your full, undivided attention. What we are going to discuss now is of utmost importance. We received an assessment management minute that instructs every school to have an assembly, like we have today with you, where we just do some of the formal arrangements for the exams. And there are two very important things we need to discuss and look at today. On your desk, there will be two documents there. Can I just ask you for a moment to make sure that you have it in front of you? there should be a commitment agreement, and there will be a pledge. Afrikaans, julle sal sê, daar is 'n belofte. Afrikaans, jy sal ook sien die commitment agreement en dan 'n belofte. English scholars, you will see the commitment agreement and your pledge. Please make sure that you have them next to each other in front of you, please. Now, while you get your things organized in front of you there, the Department of Basic Education requested that candidates registered to write the NSC examinations sign a commitment agreement and a pledge, a belofte in Afrikaans, to comply with the examination code of conduct. The commitment agreement provides a detailed list of the key rules and regulations relating to the NSC examinations, as well as a list of irregularities that may occur during the writing of the examinations. And these are the two documents we will look at in a moment. All learners, that's you, and their parents or guardians are requested to sign the commitment agreement and the pledge prior to the commencement of the examinations. So, ladies and gentlemen, please have in front of you the commitment agreement for me, please. Voor jou nou soek ek die commitment agreement. First and foremost, you will see there is on the cover page a space for you to put your name, your identity number, the name of our school, and also the district. Now, just to make sure that we all fill in the correct information, our district would be the Metro East Education District. The Metro East Education District. So if you quickly want to put it down there for me on the commitment agreement, Metro East Education District. Also, you can just abbreviate it. Mr. Van Vieren says you can just write MEED there as well. MEED, MEED, an acronym for the Metro East Education District. Once you've done that for me, grade 12, I want you to go to page 2 of the commitment agreement. Bladsy 2. On this page, you'll see a list of rules and regulations. I'm not going to read all of them. Grade 12, I want to just highlight a few important ones for you. So please, as I read, follow in your notes there. I'm looking at 4A, first and foremost. It says there, candidates are bound in all matters relating to the examination to obey the instructions of the invigilator and the chief invigilator. B says, candidates are expected to respond to the questions in the question paper on their own without the assistance of their peers or educators. Please listen carefully. In cases where assistance is offered by an educator, invigilator, or a learner, it is the responsibility of the candidate to bring this to the attention of the chief invigilator. Question, who is your chief invigilator? That would be our school's principal, Mr. Van Vieren. It says there, failure to report such assistance will result in the candidate being implicated in the examination irregularity. So please, if you see something, if you become aware of it, you have to report it. C says it is your responsibility to report any information or rumor regarding examination irregularities to the examination hotline established for this purpose. The examination hotline is a 24-hour service, so please, there are means to report any irregularities. I want to also highlight D. In cases where a candidate is forwarded via email, SMS, WhatsApp, or through any other electronic means a question paper or parts of a question paper and fails to report such an incident to the invigilator or chief invigilator, he or she will be regarded as being complicit. So matriculants, the success of our exam does not only depend on the studying and the actual writing of the exam, it also depends on making sure that we follow these guidelines. And if we become aware of something that is irregular, we have to report it. Please look at F with me. F is very important. It says, once in the examination room, the candidate must ensure the following. No notes or any other material that is not allowed in the examination room is on his or her person. Being found in possession of any notes or material in the examination room is regarded as an irregularity. Number 2 there says, no cell phones or any other device must be brought into the exam room. Any such device found in your possession, even though not used during the exam, also constitutes an irregularity, and appropriate sanction will be imposed. Please take note of the following. Question now should be, sir, what can I then bring into the exam room? Only the following. Obviously your stationery and a calculator if needed, but your calculator cannot have the cover, must be removed. You may have your sleeve with you. Sir, what must be in that sleeve? Only 3 things. Your ID, your admission letter, and the pledge, die belofte, wat ons nou oor gaan gesels. Only those 3 things. Your admission letter, the pledge, and your ID. You're also allowed to bring water with you, but the water must be in a transparent, see-through bottle. There cannot be a label on it. The bottle must be see-through. And you are allowed to bring your own sanitizer with you, if you wish to. Those are the only things that can enter the exam room. No bag, no phone, no nothing. Guys, let's look at J. Second from the bottom. Candidates are strongly advised not to use different styles of handwriting in their answer books, as this may be misconstrued by the marker as a response written by another individual. I think that goes without saying. K says the conduct of the candidate before, during, and after the writing of the question paper is important. Disruptive and unruly behavior will not be tolerated. Meaning grade 12, even though you are writing your final NSC exams, the full school code of conduct still applies to you, as it pertains to your uniform, your behavior, and everything that goes with it, until the very last day of your final exams. The full school code of conduct is still in effect. If I go to page 3, right on top, in the event of a candidate being implicated in an examination irregularity, the parent or guardian and the candidate must avail themselves for a hearing, as failure to do so will lead to further delays in the results of the candidate being released. If you continue on that page, boys and girls, you'll see some important information right at the bottom regarding to COVID protocol. In the September prelim examinations, we already introduced you to those protocols. Please make sure that you and mum and dad go through them and once again familiarize yourself with all those protocols. Now, on your desk, I think it is a loose page, but it's part of the commitment agreement. There is a list of types of irregularities. There are 17 of them. Het is belangrijk, graad 12, dat jy deur dit lees. Now, the 17 irregularities listed there, okay, remember those are a list of, meaning that's not necessarily the only irregularity that may occur. But please go through it and study it carefully. Right on top, it talks about late coming. It talks about bringing unauthorized material into the exam room, copying, cripping, all of those things. They are all there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to get to the pledge. Okay? Kry vir my jou pledge, jou belofte voor jou. It will say there, National Senior Certificate Examination Pledge. Belofte vir die Nasionale Senior Certificate Examen. Right. Just a few things. Take note. There's a space right on top where you have to write your name. Reg bo in die middel is daar 'n spasie vir jou naam. If you look at the bottom of the page, once again there's space for your name, the examination number, the center name, your signature, and please you need to date this document. Now, Mr. Daniels, this pledge, what do I do with it once I've signed it? Nadat jy hom geteken het, moet jy hom elke dag by jou hê. You have to have it with you every day. I already referred to it being in your plastic sleeve with your admission letter. This pledge must be here every day. And the commitment agreement, when must it be back? Wednesday when we start our exams. Meaning at the door, as you enter the exams, you have to hand in your commitment agreement signed by you and your parent or guardian. You'll see there's a space on page 4 in the agreement. Mr. Daniels, what if I forget my commitment agreement on Wednesday? Then you cannot enter the exam room. Please make sure, I'll ask your grade aides to remind you to make sure that you have your commitment agreement here on Wednesday. Let's get to the pledge. It's the last part I have to do. I'm going to read A through to D, and then when it comes to E, we are going to read it together as a group. Nou Afrikaans, natuurlijk moet meneer die Engels en die Afrikaans apart doen. But I will instruct you how we are going to do it. We are going to do it in unison together. We are going to read it together, but I'll get to that in a moment. Let's look at A, B, C, and D. Every sentence I read, you are following as if you are reading it yourself. It says, I, your name, hereby solemnly pledge to do my best in the forthcoming examinations so that I can achieve the personal and academic goals I've set for myself. To focus on my studies and devote all my time to revise the work that I have covered during the course of the year and strengthen all the skills that I need to be successful in these examinations. I will also be supportive of my peers as we prepare in earnest for these examinations. I will not be deterred by personal or other circumstances as I strive to achieve my national senior certificate qualification. Now we get to the part where we will read together. English, I will start with you. Afrikaans, meneer kom dan na jou toe. So, matric, we are at point E. Okay, I'll give you a countdown and then we'll read together. E says, hold first, I pledge to uphold the principles of honesty and integrity in this examination by. Here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Complying with all the rules and regulations relevant to the National Senior Certificate Examination. Okay, matric, I want to do that again. I'm sure we can do it better. I'm going to count to 3, then we read together. Okay, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. Complying with all the rules and regulations relevant to the National Senior Certificate Examinations. Afrikaans, ek onderneem om die beginsels van eerlikheid en integriteit in hierdie eksamen te handhaaf deur 1, 2, 3 te voldoen aan al die reëls en regulasies wat op die nasionale senior sertifikaat eksamen van toepassing is. English, number 2. 1, 2, 3. Following the lawfully recognized instructions of the invigilator during the taking of the examinations. Afrikaans nummer 2. 1, 2, 3. Die wette, erkende instruksies van opsieners gedurende die skryf van die eksamens uit te voer. English, number 3. 1, 2, 3. Not being influenced in any way to cheat in the examinations by any person, including the invigilator. Afrikaans, nommer 3. 1, 2, 3. My nie deur enige persoon, opsiener ingesluit, te laat beïnvloed om op enige manier tydens die eksamen oneerlik te wees nie. English number 4. 1, 2, 3. Not participating in any wrongdoing, which includes, but is not limited to copying, being in possession of unauthorized material or electronic devices, example, cell phone, accepting or providing assistance to another candidate, writing on behalf of another candidate or any other unauthorized action. Okay, you have to read with me, guys. Afrikaans nommer 4. 1, 2, 3. Nie aan enige oneerlike praktyke deel te neem nie, wat insluit, maar nie beperk is tot afskryf, besit van ongemagtigde materiaal of elektroniese toestelle, byvoorbeeld selfoon, aanvaarding van hulp of hulp aan ander kandidate verleen namens 'n ander kandidaat skryf of enige ander ongeoorloofde optrede nie. Afrikaans, don't leave me hanging. Okay, English number 5. 1, 2, 3. Reporting any form of wrongdoing that I am aware of to the school principal. Nommer 5 Afrikaans. 1, 2, 3. Enige vorm van oneerlikheid waarvan ek bewus is aan die prinsipaal van die skool te rapporteer. Pragtig. Number 6. 1, 2, 3. Ensuring that I do not have a cell phone or any other electronic device in my possession during the examinations. Nommer 6. 1, 2, 3. Te verseker dat ek nie 'n selfoon of enige ander elektroniese toestel gedurende die eksamen in my besit het nie. Almost done. 7. 1, 2, 3. Ensuring that should I receive any information relating to a question paper that is still to be written, immediately will inform my subject teacher and my principal. Afrikaans, nommer 7. 1, 2, 3. Te verseker dat, indien ek enige inligting met betrekking tot 'n vraestel wat nog nie geskryf of wat nog geskryf moet word, ontvang, ek onmiddellik my vakonderwyser en die prinsipaal van die skool daarvan in kennis sal stel. Last one. And this one, grade 12, I want to hear and I want to feel it. Number 8. 1, 2, 3. Complying with all the COVID-19 protocols and requirements at all times in order to ensure my own safety and that of my fellow candidates. Afrikaans, is jy nog met my? Nommer 8. 1, 2, 3. Ten alle tye aan al die COVID-19 protokol en vereistes te voldoen, om sodoende my eie en my medekandidate se veiligheid te verseker. Grade 12, that is your pledge. Graad 12, dit is jou belofte. Jy moet hom onderteken, you have to sign it, and it must be in your sleeve every day. Your commitment agreement must be back on Wednesday. As you enter the exam room, you will hand it in to the teachers at the door. Grade 12, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Daniels. With that, we come to the end of the official serious part of it. Just so that you know that we are taking a video of this event and it will be uploaded on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know, you'll get the details. It will be uploaded. The reason for this, The reason for this is so that there is a way that we can share this very special day with your parents and family, so that they will be able to at least see what you have shared and what we have presented for you. I now call for the last time as your grade head on Mr. De Vos.
Good morning, Matrix. Last time, more or less this time of year, Ms. Gravenstein and I said, yo, I wonder this year's grade 11s, what will they be like next year, which is now 2021. I didn't know you well, only basically the learners that I taught in my class, which is now my current grade 12 life sciences class. So a vast majority of you I didn't know. Most probably Ms. Gravenstein knew more of you. And rumor went that there's some difficult ones, there's nice ones, etc. And lo and behold, when we started scanning you at the back of the school and signing in, etc., lo and behold, what a pleasant surprise. As the year moved on, we had some beautiful manners, beautiful faces, beautiful people that we learned to meet. I will remember the nice greetings in the morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Have a nice day. All of those things. And even people that I didn't know. On the school terrain, the school corridors, always friendly greetings. That was really very, very nice. I will miss that once you leave school. Matrix, on a more serious note, you are now on the verge of a very important exam. Probably the most important exam that you will, I'm tempted to say, ever write, except maybe your final exam in university or any other tertiary institution. But this is by far the most important exam ever in your 12-year school career. It can open doors for you, it can slam a door in your face. So you must approach it with a positive attitude and be serious about it. When it's over and done with, often you will have regrets. Try not to have any reason for regrets. It's an important exam because when you apply in future for a job, as your employer looks for certain qualities, looks for certain qualification, marks give that to you. Marks see to it that you have those qualifications. Remember, out there in the real world, competition is tough. It's not only you applying for a job. The employer will look for certain qualities, whatever the profession or the job requires. And they usually look at marks at first. Marks tell you a lot of things, but not only that, also your testimonial. What did you do in culture? What did you do sports-wise, etc. But as I said, you look for certain skills for a particular job, and usually a short list is set up, and if you are on that setup, it's a second round of competition once again. So what you have on paper, your NSC certificate, is vital. Therefore, there's no time to be slack at this time. Grab your opportunities. Work with determination, with diligence, with urgency, and with ambition for the future. Because you're not working for us, you're working for yourself. You're studying for yourself. Your results will be of utmost importance. And if you work hard, you will reap good results. Biggest thing is, as not all of us can get an A aggregate or a B aggregate, but simply do your best. If you've done your best, you can sit back and feel satisfied. Do your best. Moenie afskeep nie. Moenie afskeep nie. Afrikaanse mense, ek het net gesê, in soggens, Julle was allemaal 12 aard by Juffrou Gryvenstein verbygestap, maar ek het ook baie van julle leer ken. Jou wat van julle het vir my destijds graad 8, graad 9, het julle vir my rugby gespeel. Ou Corbin en die manne. And I remember Stewart. Sometimes I gave you a lift back home. Do you remember Stewart? Nice days with me and Mr. I think it was Mr. Verster, Mr. Bert Verster still. So, baie van julle het ek daarom ook geken. So guys, be serious about this exam. We will still be around. You will see me invigilating here every now and then. You will see some of the other teachers. Unfortunately, we can't talk and chat inside the activity center. That is maybe on the outside if you need to ask us something, etc.
Boys and girls, from my side, I bid you farewell, good luck, God bless, and may the force be with you. Boys and girls, we will now move on to the prize giving, the scaled down one, mostly focusing on academics. Those of you that receive trophies in front here, you can take it back to your desk, and then afterwards, right at the end of the ceremony, just bring it back, the trophy, and we'll gather here in the corner for a photograph. Okay, I'm starting immediately. The grade 12 prize giving. First of all,
Zoe Smith, you receive a prize for the Catering Club Trophy for Best Achievement in Consumer Studies, Practical. You can come forward. Seaton Jones, you received the Walter Lorry Educational Trust Bursary for the most improved performance in mathematics. Hanan Raylun, you received the Walter Lorry Educational Trust Bursary for most improved performance in accounting. Sinley Davids, the subject prize voor Afrikaans eerste addisionele taal. With a hand. Callan Ringquist, the subject prize for consumer studies. In the mornings with signing in, when we did the scanning, Callan and Michelle Weber always used to arrive here together, and I used to call Callan sidekick because he was always with Michelle, sidekick. Tariro Makombirofa, the subject prize for geography, and the J.W. van der Spey prize for best achievement in geography. Well done. Louis Batty, here's a whole list of things. Louis receives bronze certificate in the first round. Let's just hold the applause until the end. Once he's done here in front, and then you cheer. Okay? The bronze certificate in the first round of the 2021 Programming Olympiad, as well as subject prizes for Computer Applications Technology, Accounting, Information Technology, and the Walter Laurie Educational Trust Bursary for Accounting, as well as the Adrian Natus Cup for Computer Applications Technology. Timna Tilana, she receives full academic colors. Is Timna here? Where is that? Zoe Peed, academic full colors, as well as diploma for achievement, one of the academic top 10. Well done. Jemima Joy Neer. Jemima receives academic full colors, a diploma for achievement for being in the academic top 10, the subject prize for life orientation, and the Price Waterhouse Cooper Prize for the best performance in mathematics and accounting. Huda Ibrahim. Huda also receives academic full colors as well as a diploma for achievement, the academic top 10. Well done. Cleopatra Kadzunge. Cleopatra also receives academic full colors and a diploma for achievement, academic top 10. Well done. Katie Faviers. Katie ontvang vol akademiese ereklere en ook 'n prestasiediploma vir die akademiese top 10. Tanaka Nayaboko. Academic full colors and also diploma for achievement, academic top 10. Amral Basson. Academic full colors, a diploma for achievement, academic top 10, and also subject prizes for business studies and mathematical literacy. Well done. Jamie Lee Cupido. Jamie ontvang vol akademiese ereklere, 'n prestasiediploma vir die akademiese top 10, 'n vakprys vir Afrikaans huistaal, as ook die Arno Vlokbeker vir beste prestasie in Afrikaans huistaal. Wel gedaan. Stephanie Peterson. Stephanie, third position in grade 12 and academic full colors. Mishka Weir. Mishka, vir die tweede posisie in graad 12, vol akademiese ereklere, vakpryse vir English First Additional Language en ook geskiedenis, en die Dani Milan beker vir beste werk deur 'n graad 12 dokter. Baie mooi. Dan Donrique Cupido. Donrique for the first position in grade 12, academic full colors, subject prizes for physical sciences, mathematics, life sciences, and English home language, the J.J. Dreyer Cup for the best learner in senior mathematics, the Walter Lorry Educational Trust Bursary for mathematics, the 1940s Standard 10 Cup for best work by a grade 12 boy, and also the Walter Lorry Educational Trust victory for first position in grade 12. Well done, Henry. Matrix, that then brings us to the end of the prize giving. Just a reminder, all the prize winners at the end of this ceremony, just gather here in this corner for a photograph, please. Thank you.
I hope that was a very exciting little interlude for you that you might not have expected, and we want to also say thank you in particular to Mrs. Hubert, who put it together and sorted out everything for you. So I think just one more round of applause to all those prize winners. Now, 2021 has been a challenging year as far as what you were allowed to and what you weren't allowed to do. And we understand that. But I want to compliment your two head leaders. Because in a year with all of the challenges that we had, I have not seen two people stand so tall. But literally and figuratively, they have set the example, they have been there, they have had your backs, they've spoken for you, they've spoken to you, they've spoken out against you if they needed to. And now for the last time, they are going to entertain you. Deolin and Jamie Lee.
Goeiemôre meneer Van Vieren en al die onderwysers en mees belangrikste, goeiemôre matrieks van 2021. Now firstly, wil ek sê veels geluk. Because I know it wasn't very easy, but we can say that we have made it to the finish line and now we must just cross it and it's all up to us. Nou, ek weet ek het dit al gedoen al, maar namens al die matrieks wil ek vir al die onderwysers sê baie dankie vir alles wat julle vir ons gedoen het. Van as dit nie vir julle was nie, sal ons nie vandag hier kan gestaan het as goed voorgebereide matrieks wat in goeie afwagting is vir die eindeksamen nie. Nou, ek weet almal is bang en angstig van as is eindeksamen en jou toekoms hang daarvan af. But I want to say one word, it is faith. And faith is a very big word. En dit kan in baie kategorieë val. En ek wil vandag 3 gebruik. Dit is trust, confidence and belief. And ek wil illustrate hoe dit in mekaar inval. Now, if we trust God to strengthen us through the exams, because He knows we can do it, and He has been faithful to us until now. So if we trust Him, He will not fail us. He will give us the peace in our hearts so we can know that we are able to do this. And then we will have the confidence to do it. En dan gaan dit outomaties maak dat ons die moed het om te leer. En as ons geleer het, then we will believe that we are able to do this. En ek weet dis vir baie van ons, ek wil nog voor ek verder gaan, wil ek eers iets by add. Dit is geloofsonderwerke is dood. Dit is iets wat my ma altyd vir my geleer het. En dit sê dat ons kan glo dat ons gaan goed doen en ons gaan slag, maar as ons nie die aksie, die werk in gaan sit om iets te maak werk nie, dan is alles te vergeefs. So ons moet die aksie insit. Ons moet vir onsself sê, dit is my laaste, dit is die last lap, soos ek aan die begin van die jaar gesê het. So ons moet vir onsself sê, dit is ons last lap, ek gaan nou alles insit om my beste te gee. En En dis hoekom ek sê geloof sonder werke is dood. Nou, ek weet dit is vir baie van ons baie swaar om te leer because we face many distractions soos buitemuurse aktiwiteite en soos klein leerspasie en by buiteaktiwiteite bedoel ek soos byvoorbeeld ek wat nou sing. Ek word baie gevra om by geleenthede op te tree en by geleenthede te sing. Maar that's iets wat ek wil hê julle moet vir julleself leer. You must learn yourself. It is to prioritize and to have discipline. Want, en ons moet nooit toelaat dat ons omstandighede ons destiny beïnvloed nie. Van die keuses wat ons maak as individuele mense, bepaal eintlik ons destinies. En dit sê ek eintlik uit ondervinding uit, want ek gaan nou klein 'n bietjie praat oor my verlede. Want ek kom van 'n minder bevoorregte laerskool en die tyd toe ek hoërskool toe moet kom, toe het ek eintlik vir myself, ek kom van St. Laurens Primêr, laat ek net die skool se naam inbring, ek wil dit nie vergeet nie. Nou, ek kom, toe ek hoërskool toe moet gekom het, toe het ek vir myself gesettel om eintlik na 'n minder bevoorregte hoërskool toe te kom, weens omdat ek gedink het my omstandighede was te sleg vir 'n goeie skool. Maar omdat ek besluit het om hard te werk en om my alles in te sit, kan ek vandag hier trots staan by 'n goeie skool, Hottentots-Holland hoor, omdat dit my besluit was en nie my omstandighede nie. En ek weet dat ons almal het die moed om hard te werk. Ons moet nie toelaat dat ons omstandighede ons destinies beïnvloed nie, want ons almal kan, want dat is ook een wat my oupa altyd vir my gesê het, is die Joling, wat iemand anders kan doen, kan sy ook doen. Hoekom? Sy sal dit nie so goed kan doen nie, maar jy sal dit ook kan doen. En ons moet nie toelaat dat ons omstandighede ons destinies beïnvloed nie. And I also want to add something. It is, if you are born poor, it's your parents' fault. And if you die poor, it's your own fault. En dit is nie net arm in 'n finansiële staat nie, maar dit is in alle areas van ons lewens. So, matrieks van 2021. Voorspoed vir julle eksamen. En ek weet, julle gaan julle beste doen en julle beste insit om die beste uitslae vir julle self te kry. En maak nie net julle ouers trots nie, maar maak ook julle self trots. En ek wil ook een ding sê voor ek vergeet, is dat onderwysers, ons gaan vir julle mis. Want dit was, die 5 jaar was baie goed saam met julle. Baie dankie vir alles wat julle vir ons gedoen het. Dankie.
Hello class of 2021, how are you guys doing? To be honest, I cried while writing this speech. I got pretty emotional thinking that today is my last day at school and stuff. And it's been rough these last 2 years, to be honest. Ever since COVID came, and I'm not sure about you guys, but like, I'm not sure if everyone's mental health is still, you know, up there and all. But while writing what I wanted to say today, I went down a little trip of memory lane. You guys saw the pictures today. I saw myself when I looked in grade 8, yeah, guys, I was thin. But going way back to our camp in grade 8, I still remember how we were sleeping and someone came with toothpaste on the way to the bathroom. And everyone in that row, hulle vol tandepasta gespit. And I still don't know who it is, guys. Does anyone of you know? But, who said so? But thinking now, it was a place where we barely knew each other's names, but we were young and we were carefree and we were growing into the people that we are today. We made a lot of memories, despite COVID even now. And I know it was rough, especially on our mental health. And I want us to just hang in there. We are almost at the finish line, guys. We have just a little more time left. And how fortunate aren't we? I mean, we all are physically healthy, we all are here, we all are sitting here, and we haven't lost anyone sitting here now. And I'm actually pretty happy for us. It's been a rough year. We've lost friends, we've lost loved ones, but we came out stronger as well. And with the ups and downs that we experienced through the years, there were a lot of stuff like, you know, the memes also kept us going. Like when PV won the Spirit Cup, you all knew something's going to go down soon, man. And then COVID came, you know? But despite all that, the Sharkies with me today, you guys, are a beautiful bunch. We built bonds with one another, and those bonds helped and supported us through like a lot of problems through the years. We have our whole lives ahead of us, and everyone's just waiting for us to take that next step in anticipation. Our teachers helped us and supported us so much, and I truly think that I wouldn't be here without my teachers supporting and motivating me and telling me, you know, apply for this, apply for that, do this and do that. And now I'm here and I feel so much stronger and better than I was before they didn't step into our lives. So thank you for that. Not just, I told myself I'm not going to cry today, but thank you for not just helping us through our academics, but our emotional support and being there for us when we needed to. We appreciate it so much. We aren't an easy bunch, but thank you for being so patient with us. So Sharkies, high school is just our first step in this big journey of our lives. One of my favorite quotes says that our first step isn't what matters. It's the step that comes afterwards that counts. And as we stand on the brink of a new horizon and new tomorrow, life where we don't have to wake up at 6 o'clock anymore. We begin our lives as adults. And it's scary and it's exhilarating and it's all terrifying at the same time. I hope you're ready. I hope you all are ready for life ahead of us. Matrix, you guys worked so hard. So be proud of yourself. Regardless of your marks, regardless of the things that you failed to achieve, be proud of where you are today. You're sitting here. You're matric, and you're almost done. You've become this beautiful, mature adult, and whenever you feel down in the next few weeks, just charge it to yourself. I came this far. I can do this. I've got this. I've came too far to stop now. And you all look so radiant and stunning today, just so you know. And I'm going to say it again for those of you who don't feel like, you know, it wasn't there. I am proud of all of you guys. And you should be proud of yourselves as well. You've become these beautiful adults and you're ready for the next step of our lives. So keep shining, Matrix. Keep fighting and keep going. You've got this. Thank you. And can our graduates please come forward as well as our registered teachers, please.
Now guys, before we end off, I would like to, for the last time, use my gift and sing a song for you guys.
I've been walking with my face onto the sun, weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can while I can when I can for my people. While the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river, and you hear freedom calling, calling me to it. So gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
before the sun begins to shine. We're gonna start moving towards that separating line. I'm heading to muddy waters. You know I gotta make up my mind. Made up my mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on the way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to open new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. And I know what's on the bed might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone. And I trust my friend, the Lord knows I've tried. Just as we of the sky. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. Oh, together we are going to a brand new home. And far across the river, I hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I'll go to prepare a place for you. I'll go to prepare a place for you. I'll go to prepare a place for you.
But Trix, there's something that you find at HH that you won't find anywhere else. Take that with you. Take that with you. You heard what he said. Right, we've come to the final point on our agenda for this morning. And what a privilege it is to introduce to you the man who has fought for you. Mr. Van Vuren has given more than you know. We see what happens behind the scenes. So your principal, Mr. Van Vuren.
All right. First of all, good morning to our guest of honor, our grade 12. Welcome here, as well as Mr. Peterson, our SGB chairman, Mr. Malgas, our deputy chair, and then the staff of HH. You know, this is the first time, basically in 2 years, that I will be giving a talk to you as a grade group. You know, and I could talk here about how COVID affected us, most of the time negatively or reminisce about what you as learners missed out on. But I would rather try and stay positive and give you some tips for the future. Now, today, you are starting a new life, a new beginning. And most of you are quite excited about this prospect. Your independence is only starting now. Ironically, it is the hardest, most difficult phase of your life. There will be no more uniform, no more school rules, no teachers that will check up on you, and no more waking up and going to bedtimes. You will be on your own. You will be in control of your destiny and future. Now, my message today will focus on possible tools or tips that hopefully will help you survive, give you resilience, perseverance, and motivation to go through difficult times. This is a type of survival kit that you will need to make it through life. And you can decide if you will make it part of your toolkit. So I'm going to start. My first point or item is know who you are. You need to know who your authentic self is. You will need to know your why. You need to understand your purpose. And when you do it, it will fuel your drive. And there's something that you must remember. Remember the following. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Now, my second tip is take responsibility for your life. There's an author and life coach, Bob Mowat, who challenged us, and he said the following. The best day of your life is the one which you decide your life is your own. No apologies or excuses. No one to lean on, rely on, or blame. The gift is yours. It's an amazing journey. And you alone are responsible for the quality of it. This day is the day your life really begins. So stay focused on the big picture. Visualize the future and make it happen. And start today. Enjoy what you are doing. Otherwise, take stock, review, and start again. And remember the slogan of our school. Ipsi fidelis, sorry. Okay, sorry. It's so big fast talk. But the meaning of that is be true to yourself. And that is something that you must remember. Okay. Now, my third tip, and I'm just going to give 4, is determine your priorities. Stephen Covey said, you have to decide what your highest priorities are and have the courage to say no to other things. The way you do that is by having a bigger yes burning inside. And to do that, brainstorm your ideas and write them down. Create small, bite-sized goals and review them regularly. And then my saying, do the right thing. And the last tip that I'm going to give you is erken 'n hoër hand in jou lewe. Maak die woord van God deel van jou lewe. Dit behoort eintlik die eerste ding of eerste item te wees wat jy inpak in jou survivor kit. In Psalm 119 lees ons: My lewe lê oop voor U. U woord is die lamp wat my weg wys, die lig op my pad. By U skuil ek U beskerm my, in U woord stel ek my vertroue. Wat sê dit vir ons? Sê as ek verdwaal, keer terug na die lig. As jou hart koud geword het, keer terug na die lig. As jy bang raak, keer terug na die lig. En dit is wat ek sê, jy herken 'n hoër hand in jou lewe. Now this is 4 simple tips that you can make part of your life. It's not about what you have, but rather about who you are and what is your personal destination. Maybe one day you can look back on your life and say, I did well. I achieved what I set out to do. I'm content with who or what I became. And I want to end off with a poem, and it's on that little bookmark. And it's something to remind you of the school, and then something to remind you of who you are. And it's a poem by Donna Levin, and it says, there is inside you all of the potential to be whatever you want to be. All of the energy to do whatever you want to do. Imagine yourself as you would like to be, doing what you want to do, and each day take one step towards your dream. And though at times it may seem too difficult to continue, hold on to your dream. One morning you will wake to find that you are the person you dreamed of, doing what you wanted to do, simply because you had the courage to believe in your potential and to hold on to your dream. I'm going to end off. Good luck. And be true to yourself. Remember that. Thank you for being so special.
Thank you, Mr. Van Vieren. I'm calling on Violen and Jamie Lee to get the flags, and you are going to stand, put your chair back neatly, and we are going to sing the school song. And that brings us to the end of these proceedings. What will happen now is, please, you've got to take your stuff with you. That which must go with you, you take. The learners that have not arrived today, leave their stuff on their desks, please. They still need to get that. And we will now move on for the festivities. All the prize winners with their trophies, please just move to the front. We need to take official photographs. So prize winners to the front, and the rest of us can dismiss to go and enjoy yourselves outside.